So let's be real. Transitions can feel like emotional whiplash. Whether it's a new job, a breakup, a move, or even a spiritual shift. Suddenly, the version of you that used to feel put together doesn't really fit anymore. And I know that space all too well. When everything around you is shifting and your style no longer feels like you or reflects who you are. So in today's video, we're talking all about how to reinvent yourself and your style in a transition, because your wardrobe should evolve with you and not hold you back. So if this is something that resonates with you, then you definitely want to keep watching. Hey boss ladies, I'm so excited to be back with another video, and I can't wait to hop into today's topic. I recently went live on LinkedIn to talk about this, but I just knew that I had to record it as a video for y'all. I knew that it was something that y'all could always go back to and really just learn from when you're in the middle of a transition. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm constantly transitioning. I'm constantly walking through life's challenges and transitioning from one thing to the next. So it can be hard sometimes to embrace that transition and continue showing up as the person that you are becoming. So I'm excited for today's video because I have a couple of tips to help you navigate this transition with ease and grace. So real quick, for those of you who don't know me, who may be new here, welcome. My name is Kristen Johnson, and I'm the CEO and founder of SCB Luxury Styling, where I help aspiring, sophisticated women in transition align their inner beauty with their outer appearance. I do that through body shaping, I do that through capsule wardrobing, and I do that through confidence building. Now, confidence is something that I struggled with a lot growing up, but throughout my journey as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and as a style savant, my confidence began to increase. And I started to learn how style and what we wear and how we show up can be used as a tool to not only build our confidence, but to also create a positive perception about who we are to the world, and to also make sure that we're showing up as the person that we were in fact created to be. So in today's video, I'm super excited to just break down 3 different ways or 3 different tips to really help you to navigate these transitions with ease and grace when it comes to your style. So let's get into it. So number 1, you want to acknowledge the shift and honor it. You want to give yourself time to acknowledge where you are, understand what you are going through, understand the transition that you are in the middle of. Many of you are here because you followed me from a story that I shared on LinkedIn about a recent layoff. And to be honest with y'all, I appreciate every single one of y'all's support and kind words. I mean, I've been here before, so it didn't sting as much as it did when it happened 3 other times. But don't get me wrong, I definitely still felt something. I definitely felt a little bit of anger, a little bit of frustration, a little bit of confusion. You know, I'm in the process of becoming a homeowner. So the fact that I just got laid off just does not make sense to me. But God's plan is already planned out for me, so it was all a part. He already knew that this was happening. He just didn't tell me, which is fine. Obviously, he withholds information from us for very specific reasons. And although I appreciated that job and appreciated everything that I've learned from that experience and really grew a lot from that job, I will say that this disruption has honestly pushed me in the direction that I have always been meant to go into, to serve y'all, to speak life into y'all, to educate y'all about style, about confidence, about body shapes. And although this is something that I've been doing for 12 years, this month, well, this will be out a little later, but in the month of July, I celebrated 12 years of business, y'all, while also getting laid off from a job that I absolutely love. So that should tell you something. That should tell you something about God and who He is. So when you're in a transition, I want to encourage you to acknowledge that transition. Feel how you feel. If you're upset, if you're angry, if you are sad, feel it. But don't sit in that emotion. Give yourself time to feel and then move on to what you can do moving forward. Spend some time thinking about, okay, well, now that I'm here, what is it that I should be focusing on? Many of the times, like I said, that disruption is pushing us in a direction that we were always meant to go into. So spend some time thinking about that, because that time is actually going to help you to figure out what you should be gravitating towards when it comes to your style and how exactly you should be showing up to reflect the person that you currently are now and the person that you are becoming. Because style isn't about going backwards. It's about showing up as the person that you're becoming. Number 2, you want to audit your wardrobe with new eyes. Shift your perspective when it comes to your current wardrobe and what you already have. But first, see what you have, obviously. See what you're working with. See the foundation that you've built for the woman that you used to be. And look and see and compare the pieces that you've been gravitating towards versus the pieces that you have not touched in months, maybe even years. When you're going through a transition like this, that's honestly the perfect time to edit your wardrobe and get rid of those items that no longer suit you, your lifestyle, your body, or the direction that you're going to, and only hold on to the pieces that speak to you, the pieces that represent who you are and who you're becoming, and the pieces that make you feel the most confident. So you can ask yourself questions like, does this piece still fit into my lifestyle and into the lifestyle that I am creating for myself? Am I keeping this piece out of guilt, fear, or nostalgia? Many of us are, I'm not gonna lie. We're holding on to certain pieces because we're afraid that if we let them go, that when an opportunity presents itself where we wore that piece, we won't be prepared. But you have to remind yourself that what's coming next is way bigger and better than what you've already experienced. So your wardrobe has to reflect that. You cannot keep wearing the same pieces that represented who you were prior to this transition. You have to now look forward, move forward, and just have faith in knowing that the pieces that you're purchasing and investing in now, and or the pieces that you're deciding to keep now, are going to reflect who you're becoming, regardless of what happens next. Style reinvention starts by letting go of the pieces that no longer represent where you're going and reflect where you're going. So last but not least, you want to rebuild your wardrobe with intention and integrity. And what I mean is, when it comes to being intentional about the pieces you're adding into your wardrobe, you're constantly thinking about how this piece can be worn, how this piece can fit into your wardrobe, how this piece makes sense for your lifestyle, how this piece may make sense for your current body shape. You want to dress for the woman that you are right now and also the woman that you are becoming. And a little bit of the woman that you're becoming is in you right now. So you really have to be intentional about what you're adding to your wardrobe. If you want to be seen as bubbly, fun, and bold, then start gravitating towards pieces that represent that. If you want to be seen as powerful, approachable, and confident, then start gravitating toward pieces that make you feel like that. You have to be intentional, and you have to work on creating an intentional wardrobe that truly aligns with who you are and who you're becoming, because otherwise you'll have a wardrobe full of pieces that just don't make sense. You can also start by creating style uniforms. So I've talked about this before, so at this point you should already know what a style uniform is. But you want to create these uniforms based on your lifestyle, based on what makes you feel confident, and based on what your body shape is and what looks good on you. These style uniforms are going to help you to make it easy to get dressed every single day, no matter the occasion. And you can have, again, multiple style uniforms that really fit into every occasion that aligns with your lifestyle. And at this point, you want to make sure that when you are being intentional and adding pieces into your wardrobe, that again, each of these pieces really fits into what you currently have and reflects the person that you want to show up as. You don't want to just purchase random things and add random things into your wardrobe just because they're on trend or just because you like them. You want to make sure you love the pieces that you're adding into your wardrobe and that you're going to wear them multiple times, not just once, and not just for work and not just for the weekend. I don't necessarily believe that you should compartmentalize your wardrobe, but I do believe that when you think about your lifestyle in certain sections, it makes it easy for you to decide what pieces make sense for you. So that's all I got. I hope this video was short, sweet, and to the point, and extremely valuable in really helping you to reinvent yourself and your style during a transition. If you want to learn more about what it looks like to work with the style savant during your transition and reinventing yourself with ease, then definitely make sure you schedule a style assessment. It's a 15-minute assessment via Zoom where we're talking and just learning more about how SCB luxury styling can actually serve you, and also learning more about your transition and where you currently are in your journey. I want to make sure that we're able to build a relationship and really continue growing with one another through the style experience that I'm about to put you through. So I'm super excited to connect with you, super excited to learn more about you, and I can't wait until you schedule your call. So if you have any other questions, or if this video really spoke to you, make sure you comment below. Make sure you share it with someone who you know will learn from it, and also make sure you subscribe. So I upload new content every single week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, where I'm educating you on your body shape, how to curate capsule wardrobes, and how to increase your confidence when it comes to showing up as the woman that you were created to be. So I mainly upload educational videos, day in the lives, and BTS content to really give you a sneak peek of what it looks like to work with the style savant and what I do on a daily basis. So if you enjoy that content, then you definitely want to make sure you subscribe. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you everything that you've been looking for and answered all of your questions during your transition. And if it did, make sure you comment below and let me know. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.